Right. People, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. We are back again. The second broadcast for today. Yes, we have our brother here who is going to talk to the Edo people. Comr Stanley Osaze Osakwinohudin, who came out to say, why is Edo people attacking or rather insulting the governor of the state, Governor Godwin Obaseki? He went as far explaining all the good job that the governor have done, how the governor is better than some of the governors in Nigeria. And I would like you all to listen to this. Please endeavor to share this broadcast, like the broadcast. Yes, your comment right there on the comment section will be very, very useful to us so we can place them on the screen. Thank you very much. Let's listen to what Comr Stanley Osaze have to say as he's here to defend the governor of Edo State. Thank you.
I remain my humble self, your noble right activist, Comr Stanley Osaze Osakwinohudin, the Coordinator General Edo Diaspora Connect Worldwide, the CEO Sadi Enterprise, in fact, the CEO of Woman Edo State. It is a great privilege to always reach out to you anytime that I think it is expedient for me to come out online. And I'm always very grateful to see people like you spending your time and effort to continue to follow me on the social media space. I don't just run out to social media to talk or because I want to be noticed. I come into social media to talk, to see how to learn from the comment section, and as well to extract detail in respect to my knowledge on issues that bother some public concern. And I think as an individual, it is imperative for us to continue to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Where information is sacrosanct, we divulge it to members of the public so that they can secure themselves from the societal ills and problems that tend to bedevil us either economically or otherwise. But believe you me, a problem that affects you economically will go in a small way to affect your health, to affect your thinking ability. We've seen cases where people slum and die as a result of information that they heard. And this same person was very, very healthy few minutes back before the incident occurred. So when you are affected economically, sometimes it affects you in your ramification. That is why as an individual, we have a collective responsibility to secure ourselves collectively and as well to provide information where it's necessary so that people can be secured in our ramification. Today, I'm to discuss about the Obaseki administration in totality. We are going to look at it from different angles. And I know that there are some persons that have some negative views in respect to the Obaseki administration, owing to the fact that even if Governor Obaseki choose to sacrifice himself for them, they will never like him. Such group of persons include but not limited to the EPM in Edo State. The EPM cuts across political divide. What we know is that EPM is associated with the selected group who fought against the governor while they remains in the All Progressive Congress. But EPM is beyond those in the All Progressive Congress. You have EPM who happens to be a sympathizer of the real EPM. They cut across political divide. Now, when there's this set of people, when they see projects in any state, they applaud the sitting governor. But when such project is replicated in Edo, you hear them saying, why are you celebrating the governor? Is it not his responsibility? Is he using his money? A friend of mine, a close ally of mine, called me out on social media this afternoon. He said, Comr Stanley, you stay in Ikubahi. No single street light has been produced in Ikubahi. This is the same man whose road is being fixed along Jamila Road. Somebody came to reply him. You are quick to call on Governor Obaseki on a daily basis. You continue to praise President Muhammadu Buhari in spite of the economic challenge, economic problem unleashed on the Nigerian people as a result of the lukewarm attitude adopted by his administration. The guy ran away. He ran away. So there are people who will never like His Excellency H.E. Governor Godwin Obaseki, no matter what he does. But it's rather unfortunate that the media wing of the government is not meeting up to expectation. That is the simple truth. Because people are blackmailing the governor on a daily basis. They compare the governor with the activities in Rivers State. Let us not put politics into this. Now, let us not bring politics into this, as the case may be. Let us look at it critically. What is the resource competencies of the state government in Edo, and what is the resource? We are not making comparison and contrast, but this set of people continue to liken the governor with the activities of the Rivers State government. We know that Rivers State government performed exceptionally well, but believe you me, if you look at the projects cited by the government of Rivers State and the amount of resources entering into the state, including the IGRO, you will not see reason to even praise them at all. When Governor Obaseki builds anything in Edo State, they come in to criticize it. Now, let's be very factual. There are areas where the governor of Edo State has a problem. That is the truth. We'll come to that in the future. And believe you me, the governor in itself is a human. There is no perfection in humanity. You know the powerful part of it? Some persons want to hear what they want to hear may be contrary to what I'm saying right now. But believe you me, truth needs no supporters club to grow. The truth needs no supporters club to grow. Regardless of whose us is God, regardless of the way your perception towards those in charge, but the truth needs no supporters club to grow. No matter what Obaseki does, they will never see reasons to enrich him with ecomion. But when other governments in other states engages themselves in such a thing, you see this set of people saying, hey, why the sentiment? Why is it that the hatred in our heart is so much? Why is it that the hatred in our heart is so much? As we speak today, across the country, virtually in the 30 states, over 30 states cannot even pay salary. They are crying that the economic recession has greeted the country. It has affected governors in their states. But as we speak today, go and verify. His Excellency H.E. Governor Godwin Obaseki can boldly say that both pensions and salaries are being paid as at when due. What else are we talking about? What about infrastructural development? Why the government has paid up to date in salary? The government in itself is building infrastructure. But people don't understand what infrastructure really means. Now, as we speak today, Delta State is being developed by companies in the Delta region. The government of Delta State gives them directive to establish physical development. Let me give you a classical example. Guinness Environ has been tagged by Guinness Nigerian PLC, despite the fact that they have abandoned so many as a result of the corrupt attitude of the leadership of Oregbeni community, where I hail from, as a freeborn. The elders are busy looking for money here and there. They are not concerned about the development of their territory. We fought to ensure that the road being enjoyed today in Guinness Environ came into being. We fought it. In fact, I was, as of 2011, 2012, thereabout, I was, 2011 to 12, I dragged Guinness Nigerian PLC across the state. It was DSS that settled the matter between Osakunopodi and Guinness Nigerian PLC under the aegis of Edo Youth for Peace and Development, while I was the president and founder of such group. Many of us, under the leadership of Olutu, we fought to ensure that that road was fixed. In fact, a man called Evans was shot. Those who you see working with me today were part and parcel of the process in terms of ensuring that that road came into being. What about Lucky Way? A picture popped up where I and some other persons from Lucky Way area led the protest against the Oshomole administration. Then Obaseki was the head of economic team under Oshomole administration. When he came into being, he knew that we raised this of protest and that road was fixed. We fought it. But today, imagine Coca-Cola is busy making millions, billions of naira. Coca-Cola uses water and lithium ingredients to produce what we buy on a daily basis. In fact, in history, our music legend, late Osemore Joseph of blessed memory, once said that if you don't see Coca-Cola anywhere, or you don't see Buma, Rono, Wala, Wako, that's to tell you the extent of their popularity. They are making huge amount of money. What have they done for their host community? Nothing. The leadership of the community is busy eating and enjoying themselves at the detriment of the collective destiny of our people. Now, when a government is able to establish SME, when a government is able to establish an enabling environment, you do not even need government to come and fix some of those roads. Those companies who are in those territories will fix it. The government will concentrate more on ensuring stability and security of life and property for citizens. How will you achieve all this when the physical infrastructure is not being built? As we speak today, businesses are skyrocketing on a daily basis in Edo. IGRO keep increasing because of the fact that more SMEs are coming in. Today, Stanley Enterprise, sorry, that was yesterday, we employed somebody again to join our consortium because we needed to extend, because we needed more staff so that we can be able to dispense results to those who commission us to carry out exercise. Ask yourself a simple question. If the environment is not being enabling, will the business thrive? If the policy framework of government is not consistent, will the business thrive? On a daily basis, we keep thanking our people because of their overwhelming effort. Because, if not because of the fact that they choose us, harnessing the policy may not work for us as an individual and as an organization. But on a daily basis today, for the fact that our brothers and sisters see us as their son, they continue to use us. And on the basis of their usage, we continue to extend the uniform for other people to join us in the consortium so that we can flourish. Everybody is talking about, hey, Obaseki. So are you saying that you cannot openly acknowledge the effort of the Obaseki administration? And when last did you see record a protest anywhere on social media or even on conventional media, as the case may be, seeing old men of 70 coming out to say, Imam, pension? When last did you see that? Or are you saying it has not been in existence in those states? Or are you saying that it is not still in existence in other states? Come on. Even if you hate the governor in person on the basis of political issues. That was why immediately after the election, I stated clearly, I Guye campaign, I did to support His Excellency. I did not attack a single individual who is not contesting election. Why will I attack you? Do I have any problem with you? No. Immediately after the election, in fact, we were part of those, myself, Felicity Seri, and others, who organized a birthday for Amasfe Jessica, who happens to be a member of the opposition party. Because the relationship that existed between myself and Amasfe Jessica and all others is synonymous with an iron cloud. Why will I not put political activity above friendship? Yes, we are not sharing same political ideology, but I cannot sit and watch a friend of mine because of politics. I'll begin to say, no, this one should go and die. No. After the election, immediately, I attended the birthday celebration of Comr Tony Kabaka Adun when the daughter was celebrating birthday. Ordinarily, Osakuna holding our PS. I am tall. I'm a very tall man. Kabaka is not tall. Is that enough reason for me to now say Kabaka is not my mate? Odihu, will I not say because I am tall, I have BS, some of my said that the white. I consider me a Kabaka and a mate. So there are limits to whatever We do. So it is not about political enmity. We must be able to identify truth where necessary. Anybody who chooses to come out to say Obaseki is this, Obaseki is that, without acknowledging the huge effort of the Obaseki administration, that person is not just an enemy of Obaseki, but an enemy of the state. Yes, when President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was in office, forget the fact that under his watch there was huge and monumental corruption, and it was being enriched with encomium or given accolade as a result of the lackadaisical attitude, the lukewarm attitude, and the gross incompetence and failure of the Buhari administration. But we could recall, Jonathan came out publicly to say, I am one of the world's most insulted presidents. But when I leave power, you will understand the liberty and freedom you have on that watch. Can you talk freely today in Nigeria? Wole Soyinka protested against Goodluck Jonathan. Nobody asked them. Jonathan talked about subsidy. The whole of the country was shut down. But today, subsidy is not politics. Change. They told us change. We never knew. We thought that it was positive change. But the president openly told us, I am going to reduce this country from top to bottom. From top to bottom. Nobody listened to him. He was telling us the fact that he is coming to bring down the country from top to bottom. Nobody listened to him. But as of today, what are we seeing? It is nothing but a political organized borrow the change. A political organized borrow the change. That's what we are seeing today. Under the 30 leg of President Goodluck Ebele, this set of people who claim to love Nigeria came to organize Save Nigeria Group and all others. Where is Pastor Tunde Bakare today? He's busy supporting Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu on the basis of religious ethnicity. This was the same man who shut down Jonathan's government. Then he supported a man who said, if you want light in Nigeria, vote out Jonathan and vote us in. Today, if actually Asiwaju knows the problem of Nigeria and how to fix it, he would have given Buhari the secret. They have nothing to offer apart from the principle of Emiloko. It is my turn. Because you are only living ignorantly. These persons have already shared Nigeria to themselves. They are going to be ruling one after the other until you and I come out to break the yoke. You must understand the workings of government. The last time I talked about Trump A, Trump B, Trump C road, everybody expects. Somebody wrote in my comment section this evening that people are dying in Benin Hamshi road. The roads are bad. Obaseki is busy gallivanting. And I asked him a simple question: are you aware that it's the responsibility of the federal government to fix such a road? Today, Edo has electricity that is enough to power the whole of us. Not even the Osiomo power plant. Go to Iyo, you will see Asura. It's enough to power the whole Edo state. But it's not being connected to national grid because of the policy and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You need to know all this. Why are you looking for Obaseki to crucify? Because you hate him as a person. Believe you me, I should be one of the most angriest person against the Obaseki administration. But for the fact that the man is actually doing what is right, for the fact that it is not about individual interest, it's supposed to be the collective destiny of our people. Why not agree to the interest and collective destiny of the people than our own selfish interest in itself? Yes, under a political culture, by this kind of time, they're supposed to be escorted with comfort. Now the truth. But we sacrifice comfort for development. It is not business as usual. It is not business as usual. We are seeing steady progress. When you see steady jobs, steady projects executed by the government, under the comment section, they'll go and write, hey, why will you be talking? Is it this one that is building? But if you see the same in Wike or any of those governors that is part that you love, you say, oh, praise him. That is double standard. That is purely double standard and ethnic and sentiment. Let us learn to be very factual. Let us learn to be very sincere. Believe you me, I may not agree to the fact that Obaseki has performed 100%. But believe you me, with the correct economic play in this country, even the federal government is not competent enough to manage as huge as 54% of revenue received by the federal government. While the entire state said 25%, local government gets the rest. A government that receives 54% has no impact. Show me a single federal road in the whole of South. When it gets to Buhari, this set of people, because they expect him to read, they were insulting in 2023 November. They will insult him because they will expect him to read, and if he fails to read, they will insult him. That is why I must confess to the whole of you. Me, Osakwe, I love Gov Obaseki on the basis of his performance. I won't deceive you. Me, Osakwe, he gets stage when we don't reach, I will decide what I want. That is why I said I am 100% obedient. Do you know why? I have a responsibility to take care of my own future. I want to tell I have grown to the level in politics. As of 2015, I have already served as one of the highest members of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State under the Jonathan Support Group. While Pastor Sage Seyamu was the Director General of the campaign. We were 8 in number in the support group. Which other capacity do you expect me to serve? So you cannot tell me politics. I know the core secret of politics. In fact, what my way gave me, so they say, leader, I know this game person. Nobody that is running, that is supporting this election, that is not supporting on the basis of interest. Including the masses. The interest of the masses is they need light, they need roads, they need water, and they need security. It is an interest. Politician who has lost value in his state needs somebody to be at the federal so that even if they cannot clinch opportunities again in the state, their friends is the federal that will engage them. While others want theirs to be there because they know that if theirs is there, they will claim states that they intend to claim ordinarily if theirs is not there. They want to claim those states. So they know that they can't claim those states. So they needed a rigging machine. So they want someone to be at the federal who will rig. See, all of them are playing for interest. Then ask yourself, what is your interest in the whole of this? Now, I want to open up to you. Governor Wike does not hate Atiku in itself. Look at his statement. He said, and I quote, they have chosen all the juicy position and they are not telling the people of River State to come and work for them. What is our benefit? They know quite well that if Atiku becomes president today, you will be the SGF. And Wike wants to be the SGF. So negotiation is needed. Believe me, the whole of I told you all before. I said Wike was not fighting to actually contest the election as president. The slot of the vice president was sacrosanct. I'm not against him in any way. In fact, I am no longer against Wike at all. But I want you all to know that politics is interest. Politicians will come out publicly and say, this is where we must go. Our people, nobody talks about the people. In their hearts, no people in their hearts. No single people in their hearts. Let them not deceive you. So as an individual, you have a right as well to secure your own future. Why am I vouching for my future? Believe you me, if I have the economic resources, my family ought to have been in either America, Canada, or Australia. I do not have the capacity. So I needed a situation where Nigeria must be good. If Nigeria is good and okay, I'm going to benefit immensely. So it is their interest. While the politics is going on, go and design your own interest. Let nobody deceive you. The highest business venture in Nigeria is the people. Who wants to make it will come out to say, I stand, the people must have. Which people? When the sharing formula is okay, they will never talk about the people. It is when the sharing formula is bad and they have been shortchanged in the corrupt and sharp practice, they will all come out to say, Our region must benefit. Nobody talk about region in Nigeria. They are very egocentric. They are very egoistic. And it is all about their interest and not yours. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. I will still tell you. Peter Obi, before he started contesting, he stated clearly, it is the tone of the Southeast. I am going. What is that? The interest of that region. Thank God, he is a clear personality who in the past, based on past antecedent, is so clear. And why are you seeing the likes of Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo attacking him? Soludo must attack him. Do you know why? For 3 reasons. 1, he has defeated Soludo in every election he contested together. Soludo may not like him. And Peter Obi is a free person. In fact, Peter Obi was the first beneficiary of President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua rule of law. He's the only man that has fought to collect his mandate. Why did they impeach him? Tell them to come and say it. Because he refused to allow corruption. 1, he has been defeated times without number by Obi. Then secondly, Charles Chukwuma Soludo is sitting as an Abga governor, but in his heart, we know the party he belongs. He needed to use the platform of Abga to run and win, but in his heart, we know where he belongs. Tell me, if the threats in Nigeria, which is the third force, is being orchestrated by Obi and other Nigerians, viable youths like Osakwonokodi and many others, where can we easily hit this Obi for him to feel the heat? Let us pump money in Rivers State and not in Anambra State. And believe me, I won't deceive you. If Bofili call money betray brother. So when the money comes, who will speak for the people to agree is the sitting government. That is what the man is busy doing, but he's going to fail in totality because the citizens of this country are tired. Today we are at somewhere. They were saying if some persons won a car, a politician that has failed totally. Before they come, they say, if you don't know what can you see, Yabomeo. And Yabome for a politician. First term, second term, and today they are still coming. I told them, come. For me, I'm saying this on media. I can openly come out to support Matthew Aibu Wenze Oduekime. But you see the rest. Then I will support Ason Sere in National Assembly. You see, they go sit down. May they go sit down. They all should go and sit. Excuse me. They should go and sit. Excuse me, please, let me. Baba, I mean, you don't like video. You don't like video. They all should go and sit down. For how long shall we going to live in a full paradise where sacrifice celebrate mediocrity? Go and check them now. If you call their number, they go. After election, they don't pick your call again. So they should go and sit down. As at now, it's no longer ear mark. It is eye mark. What have you done in the past? What have you done in the past? And I want to beg leadership of various political parties. Because political party is just an alphabet. APC, PDP, Labour, as the case may be. When you are selecting or electing candidate of political party, you must allow the process to be free and fair. And you must jettison the use of money so that the best candidate can emerge. Now, just recently, the governor of Anambra State attacked Peter Obi. How will you be saving money when Tinubu is suffering? In 100 days, You have borrowed more than $1 billion just in 100 days in office. If Obi had stolen the 75 billion naira that they accuse him of saving, if he had stolen it, believe me, with 75 billion, give me a minute. With 75 billion naira in cash, hold on. With 75 billion naira in cash, Obi would have been able to buy 800 PDP delegates at a cost of $20,000 per delegate, with 750 naira per dollar as a benchmark. Each delegate will receive 15 million naira in cash. Obi will be left with, in totality, if you now plus and minus, you agree to the fact that the entire delegate will cost Obi 12 billion naira. Then Obi would have gotten the ticket. The remaining 63 billion will be enough for Obi to buy votes and he will win. But the man refused to steal that money. Today, they are accusing him for saving. Why will he be saving money? If he had stolen the money, he would have contested keenly with those who will have not known their source of wealth. But he saved the money for them to spend. They are criticizing him. That is what is still happening today in Edo State. Let me tell you the simple truth. You may not know, but when Obaseki tenure will end in 2024, there is no third term for any governor. Then you will know what this man has done. You know, some people think about building road at the detriment of the stomach. Let me tell you, stomach infrastructure is very important, but it depends on the way the stomach infrastructure is being dispensed. When people are hungry, they don't care about what you do. The economy must be organized in a way and manner that the interest of the people will be protected economically, while you have other good infrastructure such as water, road, and favorable electricity and security in itself. As we speak, how will government pass stomach infrastructure to people? Through employment generation. You will not expect the state government to employ everybody. So through the policy of government, employment is created by private individual, which is considered as an indirect employment created by the government. I can boldly and proudly say, from our own angle, some graduates are working with us. Is that not employment? If I'm not being employed by those around the world, would I have been able to as well employ some persons to work on the house? That is indirect employment. So government cannot employ everybody. So today I went to go and do a survey personally for a man, and he was talking. He was talking to his nephew, and I said, there's some people that will just fold their hand and be waiting. They will just be wearing the most beautiful shoe, the most iron shirt. You look at them, very cool, sweet. In fact, you know, say this my BSB, so they don't get this kind rough one. This my own rough, so everything goes straight. The eye will make me about check their pocket, nothing. They are waiting for. You see that now the girl fine. Well, this guy is just a get money. They are just there. That is the simple truth. Try your best and rest. God will take care of the rest. So let me tell you the simple truth. For those who are hating on Obaseki, they are not hating him because of the fact that Obaseki has not performed. They are hating him because of the previous fight and the continuous fight. And nobody, I repeat, nobody will allow somebody, if you won't take it. I want to be here right now. If I be governor, you cannot decide for me in the state. You can only advise me and come up with a beautiful idea that can better the lives of our people, and not for you to superimpose your ideology on me, I will resist it vehemently. That is what is applicable to all men. Why are we not trying to twist it? And some person's responsibility today is to see how to paint Obaseki's back so that the masses will hate him. But the truth is, the available information on ground will speak for itself. If you want to get details about more of the workings of the Obaseki administration, kindly visit Apostle Innocent's page. And if you have not shared this video, please share. It is time to better our life. It is time to better our state. We are Oliver Twist. We must continue to ask for more. That is why we are challenging the Edo State government to do more. This is not to say that we have refused openly to acknowledge the effort of the Obaseki administration. Now, I want to make a recommendation. Governor Obaseki, I will first of all commend you for the initiative created in the Edo GIS. And I must also allude to the fact that you have been able to dispense what is expected. People are getting their CFO. But just recently, new files are coming out very fast. But old files have been abandoned. The same way people paid for new file, that is the same way people paid for old file. I call on you, His Excellency, please look into Edogis. Call on them to begin, as a matter of urgency, to concentrate on both the old file and new file. We must confess, the new policy is very sweet. It's very okay. But the old file must be carried along, because the same people, the same way the new file paid money, that's the same way the old file paid. And for those who are actually qualified to receive their CFO, they should get it as at when due. That's what we are calling for. It is an advisory role, and we are stating it clearly for His Excellency to look at these areas. These are great areas. And we must call on those psychophants who continue to clap and clap and clap without identifying areas that the government should step up its game. Now, let me give a classical example. When His Excellency H.E. Governor Obaseki appointed S.A. in 192 ward, he said, don't come to government house. Tell us the problem of your people in your area. Some of them will now go to government and say, leader, is that your responsibility? Tell government where your people are lacking. The government in itself will fill the space for you, for us. And those of us who are not in any form of appointment, as the case may be, we on our own, we have a responsibility to as well bring the attention of government to areas that needed to be fixed. Like my own area now, in Igbomo community, the people has been voting and voting. And somebody made a post today, and I'm going to screenshot that post and share it. Accused me of being part of the government, but our people are suffering in terms of street light. And I told him, you are talking, we need street light to be there, fine. But just at your backyard, the government is fixing a monumental project which has been abandoned by a series of administration. The Jamila Road is being constructed. So it's going to be in a sequence of steps. I'm calling on the Edo State government to as well come to the rescue of the people of Igbomo community. People are gradually lost in their home. The main road to Igbomo community that can lead to bypass has been, in fact, is there a death trap. We need an attention of government in that area. But believe you me, Governor Obaseki, I score you, you have performed, you are trying, but we are Oliver Twist. We will continue to ask, because governance is continual. It is a sequence of steps that must continue to time indefinite. That was why I love the response of Peter Obi. He said, what I have not been able to do in Anambra State, even America today need government. So those that have not been able to do, a professor who is more intelligent is there now. I expect him to fix it. Now, honors now beckons on Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo. We will see your performance and score you after your tenure. I know it may be difficult for you to get second term. Regardless, it may be difficult, except if the good people of Anambra State decide to change their mind and say, okay, let's forgive him. In spite of the fact that he ran towards the money, but let's just forgive him because it's our son. Because it's obvious that he's running towards the money and not the interest of the Anambarians. So to me, I must continue to commend His Excellency Governor Obaseki. He has done tremendously well, no dispute. So for those who are hating on him because of political interest, you can start your political activity in the end, during the middle of 2023. And to election is 2024. Allow this government to concentrate on the physical, economic, development that we have today, that is continuing today in Edo State, allow him to continue. Do not distract the government with this continuous political unnecessary fight. You cannot have headache and perform. You guys are busy giving him headache. And Obaseki is not the kind of man that you say, go big, go say, now like go fight you back. He's not afraid of war. If it were some person, you say, I know talk, maybe not because maybe the bad person, and maybe the man you believe them. No. Obaseki, when he say yes, he say yes. And what do you need in government? A man who will stand by his word to say this is what needed to be done. We must do it. Regardless of whatever everybody say. You just say that everybody go fit take decision to reclaim government property. So no one made them lose the election. They don't go claim government property, they'll arrest. But when somebody, if they are not helping you, they're even giving you more problem. Because you will continue to invest on that property, and at the end of the day, a real government that is sincere will come in the future and collect it. Then you must have spent huge amount of resources. Or you think that will continue like this? No, we must take this.
Yes, thank you very much, my people, for your time. I'm sorry that I have to pause that for just 1 minute. Comr Stanley, I think I will have to bring you to this channel where you need to answer some questions. You'll be talking things, and fortunately, you are not here to answer questions. But the good thing about it is that you are watching, you are seeing comments on the comment side. I thought I should put this here myself. You said the governor of Edo State, if because he's brave enough, that's why he's demolishing people's properties, because he's not afraid to lose election. Which election are you talking about? I would like to know which of the election are you talking about, because governor, to the best of my knowledge, the governor of Edo State is serving his second term now. Or are you talking about the presidential election for Atiku? If that's what you're talking about, Governor Obaseki already know that Atiku is not going anywhere. So if you're talking about if it was other governor, they will not take this drastic action because they don't want to lose the election, which of the election are you talking about? I think there are so many questions that you need to answer. I will invite you here where we can take questions from the public. It's very, very vital. It's very, very important. You'll be raining praises on the governor of Edo State, but I've not seen any of your video where you've mentioned the insecurity that is affecting us in Edo State till date. You've never ever criticized the governor for that. Does it mean that you're still pledging loyalty to him over the people? These are many other questions that people would like to ask. Even myself, I'm going to ask you. I can ask you questions privately, but I want it to be public because your video is public. You know, we talk privately, but I don't want to ask you these questions privately. It's going to be public. You know, like you said, I like the part where you said we're going to continue to ask for more liver twists. Fine. But at the moment, most of the roads which I indicated in the past that the governor later went to repair, many of them are already dilapidated. In case you're not following, we showcased some videos 4 or 5 days ago here, where some of these roads are just 3 weeks old, already dilapidated. There are other roads, for example, Ekenwa Road is already dilapidated. I have my boys on the street. A lot of people are complaining. When you see people are complaining over the governor of Edo State, it's not about it's not all about the hating. And you also think there's opposition. No, I'm not in any party and I don't want to belong to any party. And I believe many of the people that is criticizing Governor Obaseki, they are not in any kind of party. And these people you are calling opposition, I don't have anything to do with them. Because if you have to talk about opposition, they have to be APC, right? These are also the same satanic party and who's conveying with satanic APC, PDP and APC. They are the same people. But we're talking about the facts now, the facts. The governor of Edo State is working, no doubt. I can see that. But more of the things that he's doing is not checking them. He's not checkmating the people that is working for him. And many of these things are already dilapidating. And the insecurity in Edo State, the governor have never addressed it the way it's supposed to be. Because it's also pledging loyalty to the people on top. Just like the way you are pledging loyalty to him right now. for trying to bypass, or rather completely bypassing, to discuss the insecurity that is affecting us in our states. Comr Stanley Azel, like I said, you have a lot of questions to answer. We are going to fix the date for this to bring you here so that people can ask you questions. Be bold enough to take questions from the public. If you are defending somebody, come on air and take questions from people. You know, I like you so much, but I don't like the fact that you're beating around. For me, I'm not pledging loyalty to anybody. I don't need any of their support. I'm checkmating them. If you're doing anything good, I will say it. If you're doing anything bad, I will say it. That's what we're doing here. And we're part of the people that is promoting you. We expect you to do the same, but unfortunately, you're not doing it right now. Thank you very much, my people. Please endeavor to share this broadcast. It's very, very important because we are going to hold every one of them by their words when it gets to that time. Share and like. God bless you all. I can see my moderator on the comment section. Mr. Kennedy, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. God bless every one of you right there.
Country back. We must take maybe the bad person and maybe allow this government to concentrate on the physical, economic development that we have today, that is continuing today in Edo State. Allow him to continue. Do not distract the government with this continuous political unnecessary fight. You cannot have headache and perform. You guys are busy giving him headache. And Obaseki is not the kind of man that you say, go big, go say, now like go fight you back. He's not afraid of war. If it were some person, you say, I know talk, maybe not person, and maybe the bad person, and maybe the man you believe them. No. Obaseki, when he say yes, he say yes. And what do you need in government? A man who will stand by his word to say this is what needed to be done. We must do it. Regardless of whatever everybody say. You just say that everybody go fit take decision to reclaim government property. So no one made them lose the election. They don't go claim government property, they'll arrest. But when somebody, if they are not helping you, they're even giving you more problem. Because you will continue to invest on that property, and at the end of the day, a real government that is sincere will come in the future and collect it. Then you must have spent huge amount of resources. Or you think Nigeria will continue like this? No, we must take this country back. We must take this country back. Allow the governor to do his job. Allow him to perform. Because if I have given out this challenge, and I expect someone to take this challenge. If you see Obaseki has no work, I am willing to sacrifice 5 days. Let me take you around and see for yourself. I am willing to sacrifice 5 days. Take up the challenge. Let me take you around and see for yourself. And I want to call on the media wing of the government. You cannot sit and be watching people insulting Governor Obaseki. You are there. You are not showing people the project. You are busy gallivanting in government house. And then, we are not minding our election. One of your package is just that I want to see the only reason why some of them even feel stay in peace, where we know they give the heat. All those people when they say now because just go and be thanking the people. Go and be thanking them because me not gonna get chance to call the follower and go to drive inside government talk. Not be loud for yeah we what they are big chest talker. No yeah we. Not be honest on a day. Yes, who be una? Where on a day when we fight war? Where on a day when we fight war? Someone at your shift. But you guys are very, very lucky because the people has already engaged us. I'm not a greedy person. I will not wait for Governor Obaseki to give me money before I walk. So that is why, on my own, I'm saying a very big thank you to all of those around the world because they engage me. If not be allowed to tell you, una for shift for what Obaseki did. Una for they will for arrest or tire. Then we will make at the end we will win the war. We're not the wrong for battle. We are not a preacher of love, but we want peace. But if you choose the hot part, we will follow you down. Not be allowed to tell you. For those we know, who don't know, fear you, but just be thanking God. We are very busy. And those have engaged with Sakuna Kuni. In fact, I am the senior special assistant to the good people of Edo State. So, their engagement has commissioned me in an exercise. I have no opportunity or time To begin to say, hey, I'm not better than anybody who is fighting to get proceeds from government. But I'm not a greedy person. I know if you carry elephant when they use like the kick at it. So, on my own, how many of you have seen me in government house? You nobody say I don't like to go, I like to. I don't have the time. Some persons, they will even give me work. They will come Benin, they will come when they don't see me. But their document, I will give them. I don't have the time. That is why as I am today, I am blessing and thanking with all sense of loyalty all the new people. And let me tell you, you knew me before the new person that knew me today. You are very important too. They don't say, the new one, they made someone go. No. Those who started to Sakuno, a woman called me Miss Oyebe too. Then Sakuno never even know whether I live because she knows say to raise this my shoulder. On a wife, on a husband, come on these streets. So that is why me Usakuno Woody. I will forever worry yourself. I'll follow you everywhere. I'm not just saying I'm going to win you, but you go know saying that man self follow you. That one sure. You self go know say be follow you. And not to say I will win you, get it clear. Because I can never be a judge in my own case. But forever, we utilize these opportunities. So me Osakuno Woody, I must continue to remain grateful. I have no ability to decide the future, but I have the capacity to try to do what is right in the present, because nobody knows tomorrow. Not for both rich and poor. Can't deny that. Then if it's no longer there, Sakuno Woody, or what bin or you car, or bin or you do, or bin or bona. I will be judged with my current actions. So Sakuno Woody is very careful. And the time is coming. I will no longer say Obaseki is our own. People will now begin to say Sakuno Woody is our own. Because we will still run in the future in any of these elections. I will be judged on the basis of my own character. Because the white man stated clearly that your characteristics are what you possess. And your reputation is what people say about you. You have the right to possess your characteristics in public, your character traits and actions, but you have no ability to determine your reputation when perceived by human sense. You don't have the capacity to control what people think about you. Your reputation is what people say about you. So on our part, we just want to try our best, and that is why I don't pretend. I don't. So if somebody want to come and say, hey, gay, I want to tell you now what you do. So I'll tell you, say, no, now you want to tell us. What did you tell us? I don't pretend. I live my life the way it is. And I cannot associate myself with proud people. That's why if you come Benin or come elsewhere, you see me. You know, see me, you say, now so the boys just come. I believe that anything you have should be for your consumption and not for intimidation. Another man money na picture. That is why they ask for people like us to you see our friend. No. Yes, we greet people with the wrong things. But go ask for you to just say you see me for Sakuno Woody call it has all over. I'm not gonna tell you that. All over. Because there not be everything in the talk. But the goal is this. Me self get future. I won't slaughter my own for anybody. I needed to say the truth at all times. Because, as I earlier said, the truth needs no supporters law to grow. No matter how long darkness try to erode truth or light, there must be light at the end of the tunnel. There is much I can take this evening for those who are members of the EPM, and for those who are EPM sympathizer, and for those who are hating Obaseki because of the fight in Edo. Please, I'm not stopping your right to hate, but acknowledge the fact that the Obaseki administration is at least doing what is expedient for the betterment of Edo people. And I also know that there are areas Obaseki need to make some change, because I won't deceive you. Recently, those around the world be furious. I interact with them, I know them, but I may not talk about that. But I think the government has come out publicly to state the reason behind their actions. But we need more and more working relationship in the state. The government in itself must give a level playing ground for all political parties to strive. But the truth is, I don't know where they belong. That is why Osakuno Odi must be very loyal. I must be very useful to the society. I must be extremely obedient to my society, because this is a clarion call, and the time for us to act is now. Osakuno Odi and Crow. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. That's the end of that video. I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to appreciate you, the progressive MG, my brother. Thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you right there. I see Samede Baba is with us. Ben Vogue is with us as well. Dorin, I see you right there. Emmanuel Agbogun is right here as well with us. Okay, Emmanuel Agbogun, I think I will have to book an appointment to bring Johan Osakunokode here. Because everything Osakunokode was saying on this video, in fact, most of the things he was saying, I disagree with him. You know, I disagree with him. I need to plan to bring both of you here. You need to come and answer questions, because you can't do a video and run away. You need to be able to stand and address the people. If you are fighting for the governor, you must be able to face the people. That's just the fact. You know, as far as I'm concerned, there's no single security in Edo State. The governor have failed woefully when it comes to the insecurity that is killing our people in Edo State. So, Comr Stanley Sakunokode cannot come here and be defending the government or the governor himself, Governor Obaseki. You know, as for me, as far as I'm concerned, Governor Obaseki has failed woefully when it comes to the insecurity. Even the infrastructure we're talking about, especially the road one. I can testify to that with my videos. As you all know on this platform, that we don't just come on air and talk. We have videos that we can show to you to let you know that the governor has failed, you know, in most of the roads he did in Edo State, because many of them are already dilapidating. Ekewan Road, oh my God, forget about it. I receive calls every time about that. Ekewan Road, you know, is a project that the governor started from day one. Till tomorrow, the project is still going on. Governor Obaseki will leave the position, the project will still be there. People are suffering there. And there are other roads. You know, if I think we need to work on this. So thank you very much, my people. I promise you all I'm going to fix a date where I'll bring Comr Stanley holding here for questioning. And if possible, I might bring Emmanuel Agbogun. Both of them can be on air so that questions can be thrown to each other. You know, yeah, that's how we work here. We're not supporting anybody. We're only supporting Peter Obi. I'm not supporting Labour Party. I'm not a member of, I'm supporting Labour Party, I mean, but I'm not a member of Labour Party. That's what I wanted to say. So I'm not a member of Labour Party. I'm supporting Peter Obi. In fact, a lot of people are supporting Peter Obi, you know, today. Labour Party is the lucky one, because whoever the own Labour Party is lucky that someone like Peter Obi came out there as the candidate. By special grace of Almighty God, Labour Party, Peter Obi will come up as the next president of Nigeria. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Join me tonight by 6 p.m. Remember, today is our debate. We have a lot to talk about. It's a day where anybody can talk, argue, throw shares. Oh, no, they're not the feature shares for our debate because now online. If we were to be having our debates like in a hall, trust me, some people for not break bottle. Because the way the debate they go sometimes, they normally set the media on fire. But nevertheless, I love it. I'm so happy with all my panelists. You know, they are doing excellently well. All my commenters, my spectators, all of you, we are grateful to have you all. Thank you, my people. Now God bless you now. I beg make una help us share our broadcast all the time. Like our broadcast, we are here to do the needful, to do what is right. We stand for what is right. If you follow us from day one, Nigeria will stand for what is right. If we support you for anything and you failed, we will still use our platform to counter you. We are not biased. We say it how it is. That's what we do here. I don't care who you are. If you're my brother, you're my best friend, you're my father, you're my mother, whoever you are, I want you to know that if we support you or we project you or endorse you, by God's grace, if you succeed, we are going to start checkmating you immediately. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.